Consider for a while that you are going on a trip. Now this might be a few days long, but you are going to plan for it days, weeks, or even months in advance. The first thing that you are going to do is look around and plan your budget and decide where you want to go. The second phase of it will be actually booking those tickets. And once you do that, there is no coming back. The final part of the trip will be to actually go. Why we are suddenly planning a vacation here is because we are going to start with the cell cycle. A cell cycle is a series of events wherein a cell grows in size, replicates its genome, and finally divides into daughter cells. A cell cycle is divided into two phases. The first one is the interphase and the second one is the M phase. The M phase is the actual trip or the division part of the cell. It is very short in comparison to the entire cell cycle. The interphase is the preparation phase. This phase is the phase where the cell prepares its entire genome, the organelles, and all the proteins that will be needed for the division. The interphase is longer than the M phase. The two phases are interphase and M phase. Interphase is also known as resting phase. But one thing that we should know is that interphase is far from resting. The only thing that is not happening in interphase is division of the cell. Otherwise, the entire processes that a cell has to go through and the growth of the cell and the replication of organelles, genomes, production of proteins, everything is constantly going on during this resting phase. The interphase is further divided into G1, S and G2 phase. The G1 phase is the longest in the cell cycle. This is equivalent to the phase where you will plan your budget, decide the location and make sure that you know where you want to go. Now there might be a situation that you want to go somewhere, say Goa, but you do not have the budget for it yet. So you are going to wait till you have it and then move on. G1 phase is basically that phase of the cell. In this phase, the cell size starts to grow and the biosynthetic activities in the cell increase. But the cell is not in the division phase yet. It is going to see whether it has some appropriate conditions for it to divide. If the cell finds that it doesn't have those conditions, it can remain arrested in the G1 phase for very long time. In a human cell, this G1 phase is 11 hours long, ideally. The next phase that I talked about was the phase where you booked your tickets. That phase of the cell is the S phase. The S phase is also known as the synthesis phase. This is the phase where the DNA in our cell replicates. And once the DNA replicates, the cell cannot go back to the G1 phase. It will have to divide. Otherwise, it won't survive. So this is the phase where you booked your tickets and now you cannot go back. You'll have to go on the trip. Otherwise, your entire money will be wasted. One thing that we should remember is that when DNA replicates, the only thing that replicates is the content of the genome. The diploidy of the cell is still 2n. In a human cell, the synthesis phase is present for approximately 8 hours. The next phase of the cell cycle is the G2 or GAP2 phase. This is very short, as you can see, compared to the G1 or even the S phase. In humans, this is present for about 4 hours. The GAP2 phase was the phase where your tickets are booked, you are entirely prepared for your trip, Now you have to pack your stuff and make sure that everybody is on time and you reach the station on time and everything goes right and the way you planned. So this phase is basically preparation phase for the actual division. This is the phase where the cell size increases more and proteins that are required for the cell division starts to form. After the G2 phase is over, the cell finally enters into the M phase, that is the division phase of this cell cycle. Now we are ready to actually go on our trip. The trip part or the division part of the cell is the shortest. It is about 1 hour in a human cell. The M phase is further divided into different phases like the prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. When we talk about mitosis process and meiosis in detail, that is when we are going to discuss the M phase in detail. For now, all you need to know is that this phase is the shortest and this is where the actual cell division occurs. When you're planning for your trip, there might be a situation that some of your friends or your relatives, they might have accompanied you last year, but they say that we don't want to accompany you this year. We might think about it next year. Then there will also be some people who will be like, we are done with the trips, we are not going anywhere now. That situation in a cell is the G0 phase. Once a cell is in the G1 phase, it is in the phase where it decides what it wants to do next. During the G1 phase, the cell has 3 options. Either it can continue with the cell cycle and divide, or it can remain arrested in the G1 phase for a while till it has some appropriate situations and conditions for it to divide, or it can move into a temporary, a non-divisible phase, that is the G0 phase. This phase is also a part of the resting phase since the cell here is not dividing. It is not even planning to divide in near future. But in this phase, all the cell metabolism and all the cell cycles that have to go on inside it, they continue as they would in a normal dividing cell. The G0 phase is again of 2 types. The first one is the quiescent phase. The quiescent phase is temporary. A cell can enter this phase if it has some nutrient deficiencies or it does not want to divide for a while due to some external factors, or it has some factors that need to be checked in the cell before it continues dividing. This is when this temporary phase starts. The second phase is the senescent phase. The senescent part of this G0 phase is when a cell is differentiated into some specialized cell and therefore loses its ability to divide. This can happen for our neurons, our red blood cells and any other specialized cell of the body. As we all know, red blood cells are formed, they live for a while and then they die. They do not divide and replicate themselves. And as we can see by adding up all these times, the total time for a human cell to divide is 24 hours. Now this is not consistent for every single species and every single organism. The length of the cell cycle depends on the length of the interphase. It can be very long in some organisms while very short in some other. For example, a few bacteria can divide in 5 minutes or 30 minutes. This is the entire cell cycle, and now we are going to understand the M phase in detail. A cell can divide mitotically and meiotically. A mitotic division is the division that occurs in all the normal cells of our body, all the somatic cells of our body, wherein the cell divides into 2 daughter cells. That we are going to understand when we study mitosis. The second way in which a cell can divide is meiosis. During meiosis, one cell divides into 4 daughter cells that have n number of chromosomes, which can then fertilize and give rise to a new individual. So I hope you understood whatever we did here and you liked this video. Don't forget to press the like button and tell me in the comment box what you thought. Subscribe to my channel for all the future videos on biology. Thanks for watching.